Welcome back. Follow up on the president of Argentina. The guy who all these, capitalists are like, oh, turns out he's crazy as shit in real life because his dead dog told him to run for president. Well, and Brazil thought that they would invite him into BRICS. Well, other countries didn't want them in because they have such this debt they can't pay off. And China was like, no, we really don't want to deal with their debt. Because no one can pay it off. So he finally made the announcement, we're not going to join BRICS, which is fine. They didn't want him in to begin with. Argentina announces that it will not join BRICS bloc. The move is the latest shift in economic and foreign policy by a newly elected hard right president, Javier Milei. Yeah, he's just terror. Argentina has announced that it will not join the BRICS bloc of developing economic, fulfilling a campaign promise by newly elected far-right, and he is far-right, President Javier Milei, who has pledged to pursue closer ties with which is the destruction of his country. Now people are protesting him. Oh, okay. In a letter dated December 26th but released on Friday, Milei told the leaders of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa that the timing for Argentina membership in the bloc was not opportune. Well, they don't want you anyhow. Milei said in his letter that his approach to foreign affairs differs in many aspects from that of the previous government. In this sense, some decisions made by the previous administration will be reviewed. No, it just means he's destroying the country. Argentina's new president, a self-described arco-libertarian, he's a capitalist, who, by the way, the guy who created this right here, he is a racist. He actually funded David Duke's campaign, the former Grand Dragon, Grand Wizard of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, when he ran for Senate, I think it was, and maybe the presidency, who has pushed forward a series of radical economic reforms which will destroy the country. Since taking office in December, he said that he will pursue foreign policy that aligns with Western countries. The destruction of this country, moving away from the previous administration's efforts to build ties with other developing countries. Former central-left President Alberto Fernandez had promoted Argentina's inclusion in BRICS in a way to foster economic relations with the bloc, whose members account for about 25% of the world's GDP. Argentina has been set to join on January 1st, 2024. Reporting from the capital city of Buenos Aires, Al Jazeera correspondent Monica Yankauer said that Milei had already issued sweeping changes during his 3 weeks in office. He has already made dramatic changes in all walks of life, from expediting divorce procedures to delegating prices to eliminating subsidies. Everything is changing here now, she said. Yeah, it's the death of a country. During his campaign, Milei rallied against countries ruled by communism such as China and neighboring economic power Brazil, and said he would pursue greater alliance with free nations of the West who are economically, Israel's not a free nation, such as Israel and the U.S. He's a Zionist Nazi. That's what these idiots voted for, was a natural Nazi. However, in his letter to BRICS leaders, Milei said that Argentina would seek to intensify bilateral ties in order to increase trade. No, actually, you're only going to hurt yourself without joining the group. Domestically, Malay also facing substantial pushback from the country's powerful or organized labor groups as he embarks on a program of economic shock therapy and deregulation as Argentina seeks reels from high. Yeah. And the thing is that the reason they're this way is because of him. He lays off 5,000 government employees and hired in 20 before he took office. Yep. He's basically, the administration of Argentina's new president, Javier Milei, said on Tuesday that his government won't renew contracts for more than 5,000 employees hired this year before he took office. The move was part of a sweeping plan of cutbacks and devaluation announced by the far-right libertarian. He's not a libertarian, he's a Zionist, globalist, World Economic Forum, Nazi-loving, World Economic, puppet. Since he took office on December 10th to transform, it started because of Donald Trump giving that huge fucking loan that they took from Donald Trump when he was president. Donald Trump has destroyed this country like he did with Venezuela, like he did with Syria. The contracts for other government employees who were hired prior to will be reviewed. Authorities said the 2023 cutoff is apparently meant to target the practice of outgoing president padding the payrolls in their final year. With inflation expected to reach about 200% by the end of the year, Malay has pledged to reduce government regulations and payrolls and allow the privatization of state-run institutions, a way to boost, it won't boost investment. What it'll do is destroy the country. He's basically going to sell the country to every corporation, and that will literally destroy the country. The goal is to start on the road to rebuilding the country. He's literally going to sell the country off. Our country return. He does not believe in freedom and autonomy. No, this is an autonomy to individuals and start to transform the erroneous amount of regulations that have blocked, stalled, and stopped it, and it ain't going to grow. Nothing's going to grow. He's just going to sell the country off. Approximately 300 changes announced previously would earmark many government companies for privatization and loosen protections for renters, employees, and shoppers. The steps include a 50% devaluation of Argentina's peso, cuts to energy and transportation subsidies, and the closure of some government ministries. They come amid soaring inflation and rising poverty. Malay, a 53-year-old economist who doesn't know shit about economy, who rose to fame on television with profanity-laden tirades against what he calls the political caste, became president with the support of Argentina's disillusioned with the economic crisis. Well, they're getting exactly what they asked for. These people asked for this shit, they're now going to pay. Say goodbye to Argentina, all the idiots who think, this is going to save the country. Yeah, their country is doomed. This guy's a moron. Actually, quite insane. This is Gilgamesh. I'll talk to you later. Bye.